4 दिवसीय यह फैशन इवेंट मुंबई में आयोजित हो रहा है, जो 19 मार्च से शुरू होकर 22 मार्च तक चलेगा। ये खास फैशन शो के दौरान आखिर कौन कौन आए और किस किस ने फैशन डिजाइनर्स के लिए रैंप वॉक किए और शो स्टॉपर्स भी बने, और कौन कौन गेस्ट बनकर आए अपने फ्रेंड्स के खातिर, और डिजाइनर्स के जलवे को किस किस ने कैसे परोसा है। आप भी चुनिए और हमारे साथ इस सफर पे चलिए लैक्मे फैशन वीक 2026 के दौरान।
Crystal look.
Just नीचे तो लाइट ही नहीं जा रहा है, इतना नजदीक खड़े हो। थैंक यू। चलो चलो वही बोल रहा हूँ।
I'm on extreme wide and 6. क्या लोग यार? Thank you.
You can say of Carlsberg India Private Limited. Then I have David right there, and of course Jaspreet, who is the brain behind NFW, along with Mrs. Neil Sethi, who is unfortunately not here. Come. David, I want you to tell us about the collection. A little bit about this collaboration in 1664 coming into India. I start?
Well, I can start by saying that we are delighted that we have this collaboration with Atelier 1664. And I think our conversations and interaction with the brand actually helped us evolve a lot of the ideas behind the collection. Because as you know, every designer has a language. And it's wonderful when you start a conversation, have dialogues, bring together new ideas, and create a new conversation. So I think this was an example of that.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming. I hope you had a good time. I think if you look at France and India are two very rich nations with culture and creativity, and they're coming together ever more than in the past. So that's the first thing. Second is we too have an ambition to take L'Atelier into the, I guess, what I would call colorful and vibrant India in that sense. And so that's part of the reason why we have participated in this. Thirdly, I don't know if you know, L'Atelier is in French is known as a workshop or a studio, and it is a space of craftsmanship and creativity. And this is where ideas of craftsmanship and creativity is brought to life. And this is also one of the reasons why we have collaborated. With that, I think we are also very proud to bring this to life with two great designers that we've partnered. And as you were able to see, that the designs are rich, rooted into Indian culture, but also certainly contemporary in a sense. So in a nutshell, I couldn't see a better place than Lakme to start our journey. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
I was just coming to JC to say, JC, talk a bit about this collaboration.
So you know when, and this is not the first time that we have collaborated, and you know we began our collaboration last year, and you know I think one of the things that we are always glad, you know, when we get new partners is if there's a sense of trust on, you know, the partnerships that we create and the shows that we create. And you know I think with L'Atelier, you know, the partnership seems so seamless that so many different moving things came together, you know, and made this into such a wonderful show today that people will be speaking about for many years to come. You know, this is, you know, not an everyday occurrence that we do something, you know, so beautiful and such an ambience with so much, you know, beautiful clothes. You know, it's a sundowner. It fits in exactly with, you know, with the beer. And I think from our perspective, this is going to be one of the highlight showcases of the season. And I think there's no better way to start a long-term collaboration than
you can
at
use-
the highest
you
level,
can use my
and then move
Yeah.
many levels
Similar
higher
way.
after that.
Acting in the
So
background.
we're very glad to have done that.
Thank you. I have one or two quick questions, if you all can be a little patient. I wrote them down. So, why, Patasa, I want you to tell me about why was this the right platform for this collaboration?
There are two parts to it. One, why Fashion Week? And the second part is why it's so great to have these partners going forward. The first part, of course, is there is no better platform than this where everything converges, from great designers to tastemakers to media to influencers, everything to come together here. And this is where everything is fashion forward, and everything is focused on fashion for tomorrow, refashioning fashion for tomorrow. This is the place where we really want to establish L'Atelier. And specifically regarding these two designers, it is I think a shared sensibility. We as Nilesh talked about, apart from the French and the Indian overlaps that we have, but the sensibilities in terms of restraint, attention to detail, the right craft, and so that's from a designer perspective. And from the platform perspective, that is what the new premium consumer is. Premium consumer today is not looking for just the most expensive thing or the biggest brand. They are looking for something deeper, something which is really culturally relevant, something that they discover, and rather than getting forced on them. So it is a convergence at multiple levels, and I just wanted to recognize that here.
Thank you. David, one question for you. The whole concept of the show is sartorial. Where does that come from?
Well, I think it started with us looking at what symbolized India and fashion, but not just the sari, but it's the sari, it's the sari and the dress, or the dress and the sari, but clothes which are elegant, very easy to wear, 1 minute to put on, zip it up, and you go into office for a meeting. I mean, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the modern person who needs to have this kind of ease in their lives. So really that started the conversation. And then of course we spun it into menswear, and to show also the relationship between menswear and womenswear.
Okay, that's very interesting. I have one more question for you, Partha. A little bit about getting the brand into India and why. Why now? Why not later? Why is this an important moment?
L'Atelier, actually it's absolutely the right moment given the creative explosion that's happening in India. And given the solid work that has been done in making Indian fashion and creativity globally relevant, now is the time to partner and establish this platform, this cultural platform, with the ultimate aim that create a platform which is valued by the creative community in general and consumers, because that's where the genuine cultural exchanges happen. That's where genuine understanding of what the new premium is brought to life. And it is not a matter of just slapping a brand or slapping a slogan onto it, but genuinely create a platform where the exchanges that happens between partners like us or between the two countries that we are talking about, but not just across fashion, design, craft, cuisine. Those are the themes where where we see ourselves establishing this cultural platform in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again for this wonderful evening. I'm going to open the floor in case anybody has some quick questions. Thank you.
मेरा बस डिज़ाइनर से ये पूछना था कि मैंने इतना खूबसूरत देखा और ये यंगर जनरेशन के लिए तो बहुत ही खूबसूरत था। मैं इसमें ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आपने जब आप दोनों को देखा तो आपका ये फ्रेश माइंड कैसे आया?
ये जो है जो आपने देखा इस शाम को, वैसे सिर्फ हर औरत के लिए सिर्फ ये नहीं है किसी भी आगे जनरेशन और कोई भी पहन सकता है, कभी भी। उसके दौर से हमने सोच समझ के किया। प्रश्न आता कि हर कलेक्शन को किस तौर से आगे बढ़ाना है, किस तौर से उसको खिलवाड़ करके करवाना है।
Hi, I had a question for the designers. From what I saw from your incredible collection, I could see that you were playing with the idea of traditional and contemporary to sort of create this sort of lasting, forever kind of garment. So how did you integrate the idea of sustainability into your creative process? If that's a pressing concern of our times.
I think the first thing about sustainability is longevity, product longevity. And I think whatever we design is something of good quality, good fabric, well made, that should last for a very long time and not be trendy and of the moment. So we like our clothes to be something that you can wear years from now. So that for me is sustainable.
I had one more question. What kind of fabrics were you working with for this collection?
We were trying to deconstruct the sari as a garment and also a lot of Indian clothing. So we were using mixes of cotton, silk, linen, powerloom fabric, handloom fabric, khadi, machine-made, handmade. It was like a sort of fusion of everything. And so basically we feel that's really modern and that's really India, is we are a fusion of so many things.
Thank you so much.
Hi, that was a spectacular show. I have one question. What I did see today on the runway was a sense of storytelling with your creations, and of course the contemporary aspect, the sustainability aspect is already covered. So in terms of sartorial being your mood theme for the show today, how do you see the brand and your conception of this storytelling going forward? Do we see more of sartorial elements in different extensions and the shades of blue, or do we see something else going forward?
I think what we believe in continuity, and I think a narrative has a long story, and what you see today is just one part of a longer narrative. So hopefully we will be as consistent as we move along.
Yeah. From the brand perspective, the brand stands for good taste with a twist, and its purpose in crusade is really that good taste should be accessible to all. You saw all that today. It was not just a matter of colors being forced, but it's there, but with a twist in a subtle way, which does not disturb the actual style of the designers and the creatives we are working with. So that was the first bit. And the second bit was, as he said, because it's supposed to be something which you apply, you could use in everyday living, it is like giving good taste to everyone. It is not just by invitation, it is to everyone.
Hi sir, so for your collection, Sartorial, what was the most exciting part about blending French and Indian design languages?
Both cultures are very old. Both cultures are extremely sophisticated and are equally engaged in not just fashion, but music, art, literature, cuisine. And so I think we have many areas where we speak to each other. And so I think it was a very harmonious and also a very natural mix. I think it works very well together.
So, what are the typical French values that we think about? Elegance, restraint, attention to detail. Do we think any of those are only applied to French? All the three apply to India too. And on top of that, a rich heritage, a history of your own handlooms, your own style. So, style-wise and thematically, these are just like building off each other rather than forcibly bringing them together, synthesized.
Thank you.
And any last words, sir, before we?
No, I think this is a perfect partnership with our designers, and I think we are in a lifestyle product business, and I think you can see that when we're in the lifestyle product business, it includes, as Basha said, cuisine, it includes clothes, it includes many things. And you asked a question about sustainability. We are a company that is not just into lifestyle products, but we are also a force for good. So we also do a lot of work around sustainability, around water, etc. So in many ways, we sort of gel very well with each other. India is also becoming an international, sort of recognized in the world now, and it's coming at the forefront. So internationalizing ourselves is also becoming an important part. We used to be in the back seat before, we are now in the front seat. And I think countries like France can really help us also elevate to a more premium, more designer type of environment, which I think we also have rich heritage of. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.